Good morning, Magic players and card collectors of all kinds. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to give you guys an update on how the progress is going with the decks and my little contest for Magic. I realized last night that after I made my video about the deck profile of Nemlyria, that I kind of spoiled it a little bit, but I decided I wanted to do this anyways and give you a proper analysis of what I've done so far and to give you an update on where I'm going next. So, I decided this week to track the two decks, and partway through the week, I also decided to start tracking not just whether I won or lost the actual match, but flavor wins. Whether I actually enjoyed the game, whether I managed to get off my plan for the deck, and just overall my experience. And so if I had a positive experience with playing the deck, then I gave myself a mark, and if I didn't, then I didn't give myself a mark for that. Overall, we've only won one match still, which was still a fantastic experience. I can't get over winning that one match, to be honest, because it was so much fun. And to see Giza and draw play out the way they did was just great. But hopefully we will be able to pull off some more wins really soon with both decks, and we'll hopefully be able to also get a little more matches in with Anthony this week. Fortunately, last week he was really busy, so we were only able to play a couple games. But this week we're going to try and get in some more, I'm hoping, and then I can give you guys a proper analysis from a one-on-one perspective as well as commander perspective online. I originally intended to track going to the store as well and playing, but unfortunately, last Sunday nobody showed up to play with me, so I wasn't able to give any results for that uh, in a live Commander game. But that's alright. Anyways, what I wanted to get across was first off the win rates of the decks. I tracked first, second, third, and fourth in the online contests, and whether I won or lost with Anthony, which I lost both matches against him this week. I kind of made a misplay in the first one, and then he just owned me in the second one. So, but online I had a variety of results, and overall I found that Zombie Horde actually did better than Treasured Haste, which I was not expecting. I was expecting Treasured Haste to actually outperform the Zombie Horde deck, not because I was expecting to enjoy it more. I was expecting the flavor win to be more Gizeng Giralf's deck, but I honestly thought that Agnes was the superior build, and I've found that it's necessarily not the case. I think that I put together a really random collection of cards in Agnes. It doesn't have quite the focus that Gies and Giralf has. Um, that being said, I've had a lot of discussions about power levels of decks this week, and I honestly can't tell you what power level Agnes is at. Um, I think Giesing Giralf is sitting around a comfortable 6. Um, it it gets off its win condition fairly regularly. It's a pretty solid build, but it does have its drawbacks too. Mainly that I'm playing it as a sealed only deck, and therefore there's certain cards that I own which I'm not putting in it because I got them either from Anthony or I decided to buy a few singles and I'm going to be putting together a deck as well. Um, so I'll be profiling that deck when it gets here. For now, I wanted to continue this experiment with these two decks because I feel like while I got a decent amount of data, I could get significantly more through another week or two of this. So um, there won't be a pre-game episode per se for the next couple weeks coming. It's kind of like a post pre-game episode, this one. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be actually playing three decks. If I can just get my dinosaur box to cooperate and open for me. There we go. Take out this bad boy and show it for the first time on the channel. Bam! Deck number 3 enters the contest. This deck is Kess. It originally was Anne Hallow the painter, but I've decided that I don't really want Anne Hallow to be the lead. I prefer Kess. I've heard mostly that people seem to agree with that. I'm just going to profile the deck for you as I talk about it. So the goal of this deck is to bleed everyone out, essentially. It's a vampire deck, and Anthony gave me an amazing card for this deck, which has really kind of made the difference. I don't think I passed it yet. No. I will say that one card that's definitely been a key player in this deck so far, I've played it a few times online, and Slaughter Specialist is definitely a key component of this deck, for sure. It gets me a big boy out there fairly quickly, and it also gets people to just kind of ignore me, I found. This is a key component of the strategy. I still can't for the life of me pronounce this guy's name. I think it's Aklazats. But I'm really not sure. But doubling the damage that's done is really impressive. Aeronaut's Wings to help get some of these guys off the ground. Stealth Mission is a solid card. Hungry for More is a nice insert. There's the Anhello. So, I mean, Anhello's Death Touch is really cool, but the first instance or sorcery you cast each turn has Causality too. That just isn't really worth it. At least not in my opinion. And this is the key card that Anthony gave me, Exquisite Blood. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. I am not 100% sure if I'm playing this card correctly, but my understanding is if any life is lost, whether it be damage or if it be from a card, then I get to gain that life, which has definitely made for a couple of very interesting matches yesterday that I didn't track. I just wanted to do a couple of test matches before I decided to put this deck into the ring. It definitely lacks something in terms of mana. I can't for the life of me figure out how to balance this mana base. Right now I'm running, I believe, 34 mana, and I'm running 10 of each basic, and then a couple of specialty lands in there. But I'm having the hardest time getting the land profile to show up in this deck, which is a similar experience I've been having in the other 3-color deck I run. So I'm not sure if that's just a common problem that people have with 3-color decks, or whether it's something that I'm doing in my builds. if you're a more experienced Magic player and you're watching this, I would love any feedback in the comments below. But as far as I can tell, I'm not really doing anything that different from other people in terms of their deck builds. My understanding is the general consensus is that you should have about 37 lands, and I'm typically under that by a little bit. So, I mean, that could be a reason why I'm having the issue I'm having. But I personally feel that if a third of the deck is land, that should be more than enough. You should be able to draw three lands within 9 cards, in theory, in that case. And since you start with a 7 card hand and you get to draw on your opening move, generally speaking, there's no reason that you should have an issue there. So, with that said, I hope you've enjoyed this little update, and I will be tracking now 3 decks: Zombie Horde, Treasured Haste, and Bleed 'em Out. We'll see how that goes, and I'm going to touch base with you guys later in the week to give you an update on the results. But I figure I'm going to track this throughout the rest of December and possibly the first week or two of January as well, just to see how the decks compare, and uh, also to give just some really to try and keep the content entertaining and light for you guys, and to keep me from showing off too much my depression. So, anyways, I hope you all had a good experience watching this video. Much love to you all, and have a wonderful day. Bye.